It's been a while and it's time for a road trip, so let's take the Cayenne and hit the road. This is Husman Bros, I'm Aaron, and because Justin's gonna be our cameraman for this trip, he's gonna be represented by the hat that I am wearing. We're gonna head out to Pueblo, Colorado to go to the NSRA Rocky Mountain National, see some great hot rods. We're gonna head up to Colorado Springs. We're gonna see Porsche, Colorado Springs, some amazing cars that they've got there, and we're also gonna sit in on their podcast. So come along with us, let's have some fun.
We are on the shakedown trip of the Cayenne Turbo S. We are in Clayton, New Mexico. We had to stop for gas and thought we'd share our favorite little town with you guys. I love Clayton. It's just a cool place. Clayton is most famous for hanging the last man in New Mexico. They did it right over there next to the Hotel Eklund, and the hangman didn't do a great job. He miscalculated, and there was an accident. Google Blackjack Ketchum to see what that's all about. Now, to report on the Cayenne Turbo S. We are getting about 13 miles to the gallon. Our air conditioning has gotten a little weak, it seems. It's cool, but not cold. So we've got a couple more days of driving around, shaking it out. So far, it's been a pretty good road trip car otherwise. And make sure you stay tuned to the video, because when we come back through Clayton, we're actually gonna go visit Blackjack's grave on this trip.
So we're continuing our road trip. The Cayenne is running great. We have made it to the Raton Pass, elevation about 7,600 feet. It's important to know that if you're up in a mountainous area, it's gonna be beautiful. Don't just stop on the side of the road. Look for the scenic turnout. That's where we are right now. It's great because you get great views and also a little piece of history as well. Everybody likes to leave their graffiti. We see Daniel's been here, and even Taylor Swift. Swifties are big fans of the Raton Pass because you get these beautiful views. All right, folks, now my ears are popping, so let's get this video popping as well. Back on the road. We made it to Pueblo, Colorado, and we are at the NSRA Rocky Mountain Nationals. It is a beautiful day for a car show. This is a beautiful setting, one of our favorite places to go. Now, an NSRA show and a good guy show are different, and we're gonna show you exactly what the differences are.
Okay, so I am an admitted junk collector. My wife, I know, is watching, and she'll say that as well. So I found this at the swap meet here at the NSRA show, and I think this is really neat. So this is a machine to repair nylon stockings, is what this is. And so I guess there must be some sort of chuck that you put the stocking into, and then you could repair it. How cool is that? More great stuff at the swap meet. Aaron's gonna make me leave in a second, but this is a belly tank from an airplane, and this is for sale. He thinks it's Korean War era, so he's asking for best offers. He said around 1,900 bucks is what he's looking for on it. I wanna do this so bad, but we gotta go look at the other cars and not buy a new project.
Made it into the NSRA show, and you can see some of these cars, but this is nothing. Let's get further into the field and show you what this show is all about. I love different, and this is different. You don't see a ton of these out here. This is a great lowrider, a Monte Carlo, but great paint here, and I love the engraving here. You look on the visors, on the mirrors, very cool.
314, same thing. You draw 314, I'll give you a $50 bill.
And of course, always about the wheels.
You ever seen the Beverly Hillbillies? Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Get the rear end on that.
You gotta love the great hot rod builds out here. This is a 29 Ford and it's so cool. It gets a great name, but you can see all the chrome on the engine, and these stickers right here are Roadsters winners. So this guy's won some big time car shows. So it's got the Good Guys winner sticker in the windshield. This is a fantastic build inside and out. And right behind it is another great build, a rare car, a Mustang 2. He's got the big V8, all chrome. He's got the American Racing wheels. Inside looks fantastic. You don't see many of these cars in fantastic shape, so it's always fun for me to see these. No Mustang 2 ever came from the factory with a motor like this. At these shows, people travel from all around. These two cars came from British Columbia out to Pueblo, Colorado. This is a 1932 Ford, and this is a Ford pickup. Really cool builds. One of the best things about car shows are the displays. Some people take it all the way, and this person is no exception. There is lots to look at here. We could probably make a 20-minute video about all the things on this car, but the things that are the funniest that stick out are the bottle opener on the roll cage, the Coors beer tap for the shift knob. Of course, you gotta have the Hula Girl, and obviously they're going for a hardcore 80s theme here, and I am here for it. They have done a fantastic job, from the pink 5-point harnesses to the noodles that they've used for some padding on the roll cage. The Igloo cooler with the 80s color combo still going. Of course, matches everything here. They've got the fishing pole rack hanging on the back, pink fuzzy dice in the mirror, and then you can tell this thing is set up for towing. It's got this tow rack here, which is what you're gonna put onto the back of your motorhome or the truck that you're towing it with. But love the extra touch of the display. You've got the shitty cooler. You've got the Playmate Igloo, or the Playmate on top of it for your drinking water that matches all of the colors. We got a lot of rhino lining on the roll cage that wraps all the way around to the front. This thing is built for off-road. I love every single bit of this.
The NSRA show here in Pueblo takes place at the fairgrounds, and it means there are parts of it that are green grass car show. And one of my favorite things is a green grass car show. It smells great. The gas and the grass go together really well. And the way the car's colors pop against the green, I don't know, I just love it. I love it. This is such a great show. Come on, let's see what's on the grass here. So a lot of these car show groups used to have age cutoffs, you know, pre-72, 25 years old, but they've expanded because, one, those cars are harder and harder to find. And this is a 2002 Trans Am. This is the last Trans Am. Beautiful car. What a time capsule. And I think it's great that they've expanded to let more cars like this in so that people can enjoy them.
Those of you who have been following us for a while know that Justin and I have an affinity for vintage campers, and this one is one of the best I've ever seen. This is a 1966 Cruise Air. It is one of 7 that were ever produced, and it is one of only 4 that survived to this day. It's been fully restored. Let's go check it out. Now, it is a little cramped getting in here, as any old car would be, but it has everything. It is fully restored, period correct. You got your stove over here, fridge over here, your dining table right here, and here is where you sleep, because up front, it's all driving. This is really great, fantastic restoration on this one. I'm glad he brought it out. This is a Baja Bug, and I think one of the coolest cars out here. And it's a great transition to the next part of our video, where we're gonna go see some other rear engine cars up at Porsche Colorado Springs. So let's head out to the NSRA show and go see what they had there. Justin, where are we going?
We are headed north to Porsche Colorado Springs.
Why are we going to Porsche Colorado Springs?
For a couple reasons. One, they have an incredible collection of cars there, some really neat stuff. And two, we're going to be on the First Dibs podcast, the podcast they do out of Porsche Colorado Springs.
Are we going to be buying a Porsche at Porsche Colorado Springs?
If I have my way, absolutely.
I don't think you have the dollars.
We'll see whose arm I can twist. Also, subscribe. Before we stop, though, I want everybody to listen to the road noise of the car. That's the result of the roof rack and everything else, so it's no longer the quiet Porsche luxury experience as much.
So we got a loud ride, and we'll see you in Colorado Springs. All right, Justin and the Cayenne brought us safely to Porsche Colorado Springs. And here we are amongst a sea of yellow. Justin, which one is your favorite Porsche
I'm going to save that one for the last, but first let's talk about this one.
You mean this one?
Yes.
Tell us about this Singer Porsche, Justin.
This is a Singer DLS. If you could get one of these, it'd be about $2.5 million to get built. So this is the Singer Dynamic Lightweight Study. It's all carbon fiber. The drivetrain is actually worked on by the Williams F1 team, and the entire car weighs about 2,200 pounds and is 500 horsepower, and I'm sure it is a hoot, but it's not my favorite car in here.
I gotta say, it's really hard to choose which one is your favorite in a parking lot full of the who's who of cars that everybody wants to own, like the 718 Weissach RS or the GT4 RS Cayman. A yellow car is bold, and if you're gonna drive a bold car, this is the bold car to drive. 918 hybrid, love this spec, carbon fiber on the roof, carbon fiber on the wing, carbon fiber on the mirrors.
In a sea of yellow cars, this one does stand out. This is a 993 Carrera 4 RS, great car, roof wheels, just an amazing car. But my favorite is right here, because I'm a simple man, and I think the 996 is frankly the best Porsche that I can afford right now. You owe it to yourself, if you're anywhere near Colorado Springs and you like Porsches, to get here. This collection is not always out, but if you go upstairs to the used car building, pre-owned building I think they call it because they're classy, that is where there is an incredible selection of cars to choose from. What a great trip this has been so far. I think it's time to go to be on the podcast. Okay. Oh, geez, all right, water too. Okay, so I decided actually, if we were gonna drive this thing all the way to Colorado, we should probably find a way to test its off-road prowess in some way. And so we've come to Pueblo State Park, Lake Pueblo State Park, and we found a dirt road to try this on, and so far it's pretty good actually. There was a truck in front of us where he was driving and it was running pretty rough, and this is a pretty rough road, and this suspension is keeping it fairly smooth. Although I did get a warning that says air suspension faulty, workshop. I don't know exactly what that means because really nothing changed about the car. Maybe I won't be able to lower it, we'll find out. But so far it is it's doing okay on a rutted, potholey road and is not as rough a ride as the other Cayenne is on places like this.
So there's some ideas that are really good and there's some ideas that are really bad, and we just had one of the really bad ones and I was on the receiving end of it, but it was my idea, so I guess I can't complain. But that last shot did not work out too well for me. So I got a little dirty there, bad decision on my part. I proved physics is not my best subject.
Best part of the trip so far.
Glad you enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Where are we headed now, Justin?
Okay, we're headed out of Colorado to drive the Cayenne up a volcano.
Ooh, I've never been on top of a volcano before.
This is a neat one. This is the Capulin Volcano in New Mexico. The reason we're doing it is one, because there's incredible views and want to share those with you guys, but two, I bought an inexpensive inclinometer on Amazon, and I want to see if it's accurate on the mountain.
Inclinometer?
Inclinometer.
Look it up. We'll tell you all about it and tell you how it performs as well. This view is brought to you from the dashboard. I just have my camera sitting on the dashboard, and so you can tell this is what the ride is like. Some of these roads are better than others in Colorado, but this ride is pretty smooth.
Colorado roads are not great, but I got to tell you, they are fast. I don't think anybody cares how fast you go in Colorado.
Yeah, we can go fast. We can keep up with traffic, that's for sure. We will see you on top of the volcano. I hope we don't get lava on our shoes.
So I told you I'd bring you to Blackjack's grave, and here it is. Blackjack is most famous for gaining a lot of weight while he was in jail here in New Mexico, and when they hanged him, his head popped off, and his grave is here in Clayton, New Mexico. The tradition is to leave a bullet on his grave, so I'm gonna do that for him, and this is where we're gonna hang up our trip. It's pretty much normal from here on out. You got small towns, cow farms, 72-ounce steaks, nothing special. We're headed back to Dallas. Thanks for watching us, and leave a comment down below your favorite part of the trip, and we'll see you next time.